Dancing time. Come on, it's dancing time. Whoa, this is the greatest dancing ever. Dancing time. Dancing time. Woohoo, man. You wanna die? I thought you wanted to die.
There was even a bloody poem written about.
What? Well, that wasn't me.
Come on, you silly man. What in hell's name? Murder! Murder! Help!
Someone help! Stop that thief!
No. That wasn't me.
Here's an especially exciting one. Perfect for a penny dreadful.
A famous professor dies twice.
That's once more than usual. Twice as many sales. My name will soon be known across the nation.
Murder! Murder! Help!
Okay, bro. Bing's home. I think I know why he was killed. My astute observations reveal he has the same name as Bing. That's as good a case as anyone's.
It's so very awful. The professor died of an heart attack just days ago. Then tonight, I hear pounding at the door. I open it to find him bleeding and in pain. He tried to say something, then collapsed dead. Again. He kept repeating, Barkesso, Barkesso, over and over. What does it mean?
It's unthinkable. Such a great man. We were still in mourning from the burial. He was buried yesterday in the family plot.
That's the third time this week. Pete! I hope you don't plan.
Let's see. What's this? Intricately carved sculpture of African origin. There's a small recess where something could have been hidden. Let's find all the clues in this location first, before I check the next investigative location. There's a clue here. Dead spider. Wonder why there's a dead spider.
I should go back and ask about this.
Ooh, I can ask them about the spider. Well, I assume that's about the spider. Because that would make a heck of a lot of sense. Recommend your will to discourage the marriage of your son and the young lady in question. An annual allowance that will be suspended in the event of such a marriage be.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Ooh. Oh, there's another hinty bit.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Let's go downstairs and check out what these people have to say.
He got that a few days ago. Inside was a statue. I thought it was a marvel, but he told me it was quite common. I don't know who sent it. Spider? Let's get that out of here. Emmett is definitely afraid of spiders.
This is no time to talk about the will. It is true that my father and my fiancée didn't get on, but I'm confident that once he got to know her as a daughter-in-law, they would have become friends. My father was an eminent anthropologist and something of an explorer. He made his name by investigating the practices of a small village in the Congo. His colleagues at the university often sent him trinkets from abroad.
So now I can investigate the university and the cemetery. Let's see whichever one's closer, shall we? I am a jumping expert. Looks like the university's closer. We're gonna check that boy out first. Honestly, guys, I promise. Just want to be perfectly clear. It wasn't my fault this time. I mean, that's an everyday occurrence, right? You just accidentally murder someone. Whoops. Sorry, guys, my mic fell. Let's just see where you... We're gonna pull a Spider-Man. Woo, woo, woo. No, I didn't want to go down that far.
Well, now, I didn't ask about this.
This is an interesting university. A jackal, but there's no mask. Well, oh, is this the thing I can open? No. Oh, it is. Forget the fact that I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to catch a criminal, I mean. There's stuff to get.
The anthropological sciences have lost a great mind. He revolutionized the field. It is my fond hope that I may inherit his mantle. Which one is that? Sorry, difficult to read. I've lost my spectacles somewhere. I recently traveled to Africa in order to continue studies on the indigenous tribe Professor Bing discovered some time ago.
Oh. Professor Silas, though, it did sound like he and Bing were friends.
An eminent colleague. He wrote prolifically. Probably no one will ever amass the amount of knowledge he acquired.
It has a target for me to extra interrogate. Ooh.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
What's up with this line?
My thesis subject. My South American colleagues tell me that this particular arachnid is only found in the Bolivian Andes. Fascinating subject.
Fascinating enough to kill someone over it? This is one weird university.
A lovely man, and quite wealthy. I only wish he had lived to bless my alliance with his son. I'm sorry to hear about that. Do you know whether that change was actually made?
I don't like her. She sounds really, really in it for the money. Does he have more to talk about? No, he don't. Oh, there's a box down here.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
I'm most vexed about that. A rare specimen of the sort I've been studying for years. It escaped a few days ago, no doubt due to that scatterbrained assistant Virginia.
Ooh, do I see a motive? Obviously, Virginia didn't like being, she only wanted the money.
I hoped you wouldn't find that. I'm afraid several of the faculty purchase cadavers for research purposes. It's a fact of university life.
Sure. Sure. Let's hoof it to that cemetery.
All right.
I'm just like... What's this? Is this the...
I should go back and ask about what I've heard.
He showed up again. First time that's happened in 35 years of grave digging. I saw the son lock the two myself.
I should return and find out about this.
Virginia is gonna... Hey.
Body snatching? That's an insult. I'd be in the slammer quick as that if I got caught. So I sell a body or two on the side. A man's gotta eat, ain't he? I broke the lock and left him on a barrel just behind his tomb. It was dark, couldn't really see. But some fella come by and carted the old professor off. It's muddy back there. You can likely still see the tracks.
Ew. So probably... Good thing I checked. And across the street. The saw is bloody. Did somebody take that ritual too seriously? What's the last clue? Is there a second floor to this building? What am I missing? I'm still missing one clue. Where Ooh. Ooh. Motive. Wanting to learn as much as him. Oh, I didn't want to go down that far. Come on. Come on. Let's see, does anyone have anything else to tell me? No? IQs.
I required his knowledge in order to become the greatest anthropologist in the British Empire, and his beloved tribe of savages provided the method.
What the heck?
That Professor Silas was particularly cunning and gruesome. Mr. Raymond will be thrilled.
Off to the click with you.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. I can probably promise I didn't do this one either. I hope he dies from ingesting raw meat. Is that wrong? So if that guy that ate the brain dies from eating raw meat. A locked room murder.
My write-up of that last crime was so ingenious that Purlock Publishing tossed me quite a tidy sum. I believe this next one will do even better.
It's baffling. The room was locked. How did the murderer get in and out?
Haven't you heard of suicide? No signs of struggle and no wounds.
I wonder if someone can tell me more about this.
Let's first check all the clues. I'm willing to bet it was death by smoke. What's the last clue to be found here?
I should return and find out about this.
I'm just the housekeeper, but Mr. Cashin was a dear friend. Each morning I bring him his coffee. Today his door was locked shut. My husband is the caretaker. We live downstairs. We have the keys to all the apartments, so... The lights weren't working. My husband didn't want to waste any candles, so we retired early. Mr. Cashin was a respected music critic. A very accomplished man.
Gone just like that, eh? He lived right next door and often came home from his concerts a bit drunk and singing at the top of his lungs. Drove my wife near crazy. Cashin had an eye for the ladies, no question. I was a bit jealous of him, frankly. I was down in the cellar, fiddling with my experiments. I'm an amateur chemist. Henman let me set up a few experiments in the cellar.
Mr. Cashin is dead? I just saw him yesterday. He looked in the peak of health. If you ask me, he paid a bit too much attention to the caretaker's wife. Scandalous, really. They must have seen each other nearly every day. Last night I was knitting in that chair. Then I felt quite sickly and opened the window to clear my head. I certainly didn't hear anything.
Do I hear a motive?
I believe I should reinterrogate a suspect.
Ooh, I'm gonna talk to you about the
When
candle.
The lights stopped working yesterday. That sweet Mr. Golden handed out candles to everyone. He's such a nice man.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
Who plays violins?
That belongs to Mr. Golden. He's an...
It's true. I loved him. He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
It definitely wasn't her. She was too lovesick. However,
I worked very late. So did he. I only met him once or twice in the 2 years I've been living here. I was out giving a benefit recital for unemployed musicians. Several dozen people can attest to my whereabouts.
wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
I use them to create an ambience when I hold private recitals.
Sure, pal. How do I get down there?
Mr. Cashin's dead. Difficult to believe. He led a quiet life. Out at concerts most nights. Shut up in his room writing the rest of the time. He must have been a lonely man. My wife felt sorry for him and helped him as often as she could. I'm in charge of the running and upkeep of the whole building, so I can get dirty now and then. I was just doing some work in the basement.
Sure, pal.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
What's suspicious? Oh, wait.
I forgot to put it away after I fixed Mr. Golden's music stand yesterday morning. I left it there, and he came to give it back.
Huh.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
What chemical is that, eh?
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
The gas quit working yesterday. I don't know enough to fix such things safely myself. A man from the company is going to come by tomorrow.
Just a second. I need to check the dude's room. I also need to ask them who passed out the candles, and I need to talk to the dude about that chemical.
Ah, yes, be careful with that. It can be dangerous. It reacts badly with heat.
What's the candle in here? That's not the candle.
I should return and find out about this.
What's up with this candle? Is it just normal white or yellowed? Who passed out the candles?
When the lights quit working yesterday, that sweet...
Mr. Golden. Not that way. Mr. Golden, I accuse you.
He destroyed an entire orchestra. All those musicians put out of work. A rancorous old man who had no talent or creativity of his own.
Oh!
I suspect those wounds that protect than meets the eye. I'm going to look into it.
Up to the clink with you.
Oh. Dude. I'm on a murder solving spree. Where's the next one? Because I know there's 10. The most hated man in London, eh? We are just gonna fast travel to here. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put that bad boy on my map. He took an extra little run in midair. It was amazing. Just planning my route. Like every good parkourist. Hako Pako. I can hardcore. Hardcore. This is definitely how one hardcore parkour is it. Zip lines. I climbed up on nothing. Can we get across this gap? This is how one parkours, everyone. Watch and learn. Jump off the wall. No. Ooh, need to breathe for like 3 seconds. Okay. Delicious. Dum 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 dum. Oh, that slide. The most hated man in London.
Think of that. Crushed by a crate. The most hated man in London.
Can you imagine achieving such a title? One day my brilliance will bring me similar recognition.
Mr. Raymond, what are you talking about?
It's of no consequence. What's important is that this man was hated by many. But who delivered the fatal blow?
Well, where's the body? Street. That's a good location. Poor guy. So we died 4 different ways. What?
Stop, not through here, please. Pass on by. Not along here. Just back away, please. That's right. Not this way. You're not permitted to go through here.
117. What was that one? What was close to that?
Not this way. You're not permitted to go through here.
No, I want you to inspect the crate.
I know the man. He's hated by everyone. Surprisingly, it's not clear what killed him. I find multiple wounds. No need to send many people to jail for killing such a terrible man. What say you only arrest the single person who actually caused his death? He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
I suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
Why can't I inspect the crate? Looks like we're gonna follow some footprints. Oh.
He's my husband. Each day I bring him the household expenses just after he eats his apple. I also brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony. The one with the special scepter. Of course, he wasn't going to take me along. I often tie up my hair around a knitting needle. What business is it of yours?
He stopped by here every day at the exact same time. He'd buy an apple and try to cheat me out of tuppence. But then most folks do that.
Okay, so at 117, that was when the watch stopped. This is all about timing. They all hit him at the same time. Or
Ashton stops in front of this pub every afternoon to check on business rumours. Something of a bastard, Ashton. Told me he had a bit of jam on the side, if you know what I mean. Wife didn't know about it. Well, the bit of jam wants out, but he won't let her. That's the sort of fellow we're speaking of.
Nice fellow. There's more people over there. Aha, there's something here.
believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Hey, pal. You know of that pistol?
That was Ashton's doing. The man had it in for me. He paid workers to wreck my machines. Cost me a fortune. As long as he was around, I'd never prosper.
As a matter of fact, I do carry a revolver at all times. It can be a dangerous neighborhood for a wealthy fella such as myself. This proves nothing.
I like how they say that it proves nothing to show that they're innocent.
I see him here every day. He can be unpleasant, but I don't really know him.
He's been coming to me for years. He arrives precisely at 1 o'clock and leaves 2 minutes later. He takes a bluish medication every day and prefers that I administer it. Mary is a trusted assistant. As far as I know, she's completely above board. Today, she swept the shop and prepared some medications. She also fetched herself an apple from the apple stand.
Boy.
I should go back and ask about this.
This really is none of your business. He came to me for his blue medication. I gave him blue medication.
Did it not say that there was a blue medication here? Death so 26 minutes. Was the time difference is 26 minutes, but he dies at 1:17. (1:02) he leaves the pharmacy. We're just gonna retrace his steps. So there's an 11-minute cause of death, a 26-minute cause of death, well, it's 26 minutes from the apple stand where it was administered. Now the apple stand, it's here at 9 minutes. Okay, so if it was the blue stuff, it would have taken him out. Erratic movement. He makes an erratic movement at 10, 11. So when would he have shown sign? Pushed, stumbled, or erratic movement. He leaves at 10:02. Okay, it wasn't chemical 2. It was more like chemical 1. Chemical 1 gave him the stumble. But it takes another 16 minutes. Or is it 16 minutes total? What? .103. 102, he leaves the pharmacy. 103, he drops the medicine. So that's 2 minutes. But at 9 minutes, it would cause death. So it should have caused death by the time he hit the apple stand. However, it wasn't the blue pills.
Girl who works at the pharmacy? Yeah, she slipped me an extra threepence. She had a special apple just for Mr. Ashton. I gave him that one when he come by. Mr. Ashton did look strange-like, eyes all yellowish, and then he turned pale after he bit into the apple. Almost green, really.
Do you expect to get away with that?
He was pale when he got there. Green when he bites the apple. That's a 3-minute difference. But then at 1:13, there. At 1:14, he's here. And then at 1:17, the crate falls.
He owned this site and paid us. We all hated him because he looked for any excuse to cheat us out of our wages. I didn't hate him any more or less than my mates. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street. It's difficult to work properly. You'd have to know what you're doing to drop it at just the right moment.
The man's a right bastard. I hope he's smouldering in hell. I'm not a crane operator. I wouldn't know how to work that.
Eddie? Yeah, I taught him how to work the crane a few days ago.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
A note.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
My best chum is maimed for life, and Ashton didn't care a fig. He deserved what happened. Beyond that, I'm mum.
So he's no, I don't want you looking down. There was something new at the Apple stand.
Yeah, that sounds right. Came by for an apple. He was here when we heard the crate hit the ground.
Okay. So, let's look through the Dreadful Crimes clue book. The body was crushed by a crate. He had a puncture wound to the gut, a bullet wound in the back, and he had an odd green palette with coloring around the eyes. The bullet would indicate that such a wound would cause death in 12 minutes. The falling on the crate. Let's see, so it takes 11 minutes to kill with the pink, and 26 to kill with that. He hits the Apple stand at 109. So it wasn't the apple, it was not the apple that killed him. The bullet could have killed him, but that wasn't when the crate hit him at 17, which is what crushed him. Okay. Because what did they say the stab wound would be? So it could have been the knitting needle that stabbed him. But it wasn't either of the poisons, because let's see. So if it was the blue poison, that would have taken 26 minutes. So it wasn't that. The pink poison would take effect 11 minutes into it. But 2 minutes, he would stumble. So, does he stumble at 11? Yes. But then it would take an additional 9 minutes to kill him. What am I missing? Is there a clue? Where's... I'm missing something here. He took the apple out 109. But he takes a bite of the apple there. So it couldn't have killed him if he takes the bite here. Because 2 minutes would stumble. So he would stumble when he reached here. So it wasn't the apple that killed him. However, it could have been the bullet. Because the bullet would have taken him 12 minutes to die. But he would have also left a blood trail. And people would have heard the bang. We only see the trail of footprints. Let's go check with the girl up at the pharmacy, because apparently she has something else she can tell me. Hey look, there's my train.
Quite right. I asked the apple seller to give him a special apple. Is that a crime? He was a horrid man. That's all I have to say.
Boy, 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 boy. Let's see, so this clue says that it's an empty medicine bottle. He takes the pills there. After 10 minutes, he stumbles. 16 minutes, he dies. So, 10 minutes would be where he tripped.
Very well. I found out about his dalliance with that girl from the pharmacy. It's not the first. Divorce is all but impossible given his influence with the clergy.
What? So... I have everything that I need? What? Okay, so Mrs. Ashton says that Mary was in an affair with the dead dude. But Mary claims to not know him. It couldn't be Frank because he has witness to prove he was there. It could have been Eddie that dropped the crate. Or it could have been... Okay, it can't be Dr. Chester, because he's the one who explains things to me. He didn't have anything against Ashton. At least one deadly toxin. Says he doesn't know how to work the crate, but Frank said that he taught Eddie. I need to think. Oh. Let's check any remaining clues. The crate must have fallen on him the time that it broke. I have a theory. So the bullet would have been heard. The blue pills would have taken too long. If he ate the apple, he would have stumbled 2 minutes after, which is all the way across the street. The stab wound, however, is not explained.
I'll be the toast of the town.
A very unpleasant fellow. What was that business about a knighthood ceremony?
Up to the cliff with you!
In any case, Mr. Raymond will have a story for Perlock Publishing.
Ooh. Indeed, he was the most hated man in Normandy. Let's see where there should be one more dreadful crime. Probably somewhere close to the palace. Who's V? Oh, Queen Victoria memories. Yeah, I'm not gonna access those yet. Conjuring up a killing. What's my closest fast travel point? Here. Wait, what? There's two. Conjuring up a killing. And next stop, murder. If it was which one? Let's do next stop murder because it's closer to the fast travel point. And then I can just, you know, take a run at it. Like a boss. I need to make sure, yeah, because, oh, it's night now. Sweet. The perfect time to solve a murder case. No, I didn't want that. What? Ooh, look, when I go to the bridge, I can grab this little... Nope, I can't. However, when I cross the bridge, I can just run straight to there. I really need to get more fast travel points, because I'm so busy looking at the eagles until I realize that the eagles are places or fast travel points that I haven't discovered. However, murder. What's up, man?
Hey! Someone help! Some trap found something down there. Looks like foul play.
What? Down to the riverbank. What?